Hello, this is day 1 of my 31 days, 31 videos challenge. Each day I'll post a video. Think of those 25 days till Christmas calendars, but worse. Anyways, so ever since I turned 19, I've been collecting these Nintendo figurines by Jakks Pacific. Now that I've been 20 for over a year now, those toys have been rotting in my closet. I've decided to give them to my little sisters. They'd be getting more use out of it than I ever would have. But you know, not without creating some content. I mean, come on, this isn't charity. So without further ado, here is my Mario toy collection.
So starting us off, it's actually my huge collection of Marios here. It's not really huge, I'd say, but you know, big enough, I suppose. So we actually have this Mario here that's very articulate, as you can see. He comes in his own little box, as the majority of these do, but most of them actually come in a set, so which is pretty cool. But yeah, this one's super articulate. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Then we got some standard Marios here. You know, they're just sort of chilling out there. You know, duplicates. We have one of Mario running. One of Mario is sort of just standing there with his fist up. Nothing too crazy. This one actually had a stand to it, but I don't know where that is. I mean, I did find one. So you just put it through his leg right here, and he sort of just stands, which is pretty cool. Well, okay, maybe that's not his stand, but it's a stand that I found. Then you got Fire Mario here. And then, of course, two Tanuki Tail Marios that come from, you know, different sets. But whatever. Alright, now we actually have some Tanuki Marios. This one is completely different. This one's actually articulate as well. You can spin the head back and forth. You can move his arms. Please, I apologize for the chickens in the background. They're super noisy. Don't know why, but whatever. But yeah, no, this one can move. I don't know, this one's way cooler than this one, which, you know, in this one he could just move his tail. Not even his tail. His tail doesn't even move. He can move his head, though. That's just pretty nice, I guess, you know. Pose him a little bit for pictures. Getting into one of my favorite characters here is the Toads. We got Blue Toad, which I'm actually going to keep. My friend actually got me this. This is actually my, I believe, second Mario toy that I got. I actually got it from a friend because I really wanted it. And then she just bought it for me. You got Articulate Toad here, which you can just move his hands and head. But that's about it. I'm not really sure how you'd make the legs move. But yeah, here it is. We have Cat Toad here, which is super cute. I'm not going to keep him, though. Not going to keep him. But he can move his head. Whoops. But he can move his head and his arms. Which is, you know, a nice little feature to have, of course. Finishing it off, we do have Toadette here, which can move her head and her arms. Not really, you know, that special. Whoops, I keep, like, not looking at the camera, and I keep getting it out of frame. But yeah, let's look at her. She's adorable. We have the Bowser set up next, the articulate Bowser here. Can he move his head? No, he cannot, but he can move his hands and his legs. So if that's a plus, it's a plus. What can I say? Besides that, he can't really move anything else. His shell can't come off or anything. It's just, you know, an articulate looking Bowser. Look at him. Can you do that? Not if you're 50. And then we got duplicates here of a smaller Bowser, and these actually come from sets, which I will be showing soon. We need speeches, am I right? We have two different versions of the Piranha Plant here. We got a regular plastic tiny Piranha Plant that doesn't close its mouth, but it can move back and forth. I have one that can move back and forth, but guess what this one can do? That's right. Shut its jaw! Which is really cool. I thought it was cool when I bought it, but maybe it's not. Up next, we got the Goombas, which I have like a bunch of Goombas here. Regular schmegular looking Goombas. Not really anything special besides, you know, them moving like this. But besides that, that's kind of all it is for these guys. But then you got the Paratroopa here, which is pretty cool. You know, you can move his wings side to side, and then you can also move his body again like the other Goombas. Well, that's honestly all you get from this guy. So up next we got the Yoshis here, which, you know, the only thing this thing can actually do is move its head back and forth, as well as move its arms up and down. The legs actually don't move, which is kind of sad, pretty sad. Next is actually Yoshi here, you know, blue Yoshi this time. Nothing special, the exact same thing as the other one, so... And that blue Yoshi actually came with its own little egg. And then we got the Bob-ombs here. Look at them. Look at these little guys. They're so cool. The legs don't move, unfortunately. They move back like this. But they don't move like forward or back. Does this move? No, it doesn't. This is stationary. This certainly does move. Look at it. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Next are actually these pipes. You got the green one and the yellow one. This one actually came in a set. It's I don't know. The way this actually works is pretty cool. Let me get something. Say you got Mario in there. You just... Well, he doesn't fling that far, but, you know. Next are these Hammer Bros. I'm pretty sure these came in a set. This one's head moves like that. It's pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. And their hands go up and down, but they're the exact same thing, so. And that's actually it for the duplicates. Now we're actually getting to the one-off characters. So you have the Bullet Bill here that actually detaches, which is really nice. Fits exactly in that hole, which I really loved when I first got it. I thought it was the coolest thing. And this, of course, is adjustable to where you want it to be. So if you want it kneeling down, it'll go down. But if you want it kneeling up, it'll go up. Or just straight forward, which is its natural state. And then the hole, it is sort of just like, it goes in there, which is nice. Let's actually get into the bad guys here. So you have Kamek here with its little wand. And the cool thing about this wand, well, besides the fact that it can move its hand like this, the wand, well, hand I said. Its hand can actually move. It's the wand, actually, that's the cool part, because it's removable, it's detachable. It's really freaking cool, in my opinion. At the underneath, what would you want to see, you perv? You have the blooper here that actually comes in a set and actually had its stand going through the bottom, poor thing. But I lost the stand, I think it broke, actually. Boom, boom, cool, you know, his arms go like this and up and down, which is nice. It looks really cool. Nothing else, actually, that's it. Its head doesn't move. But the hands moving like this is really cool because of his attacks in the actual Mario games moving up and down. Because that's all he really does. Next we got the Spiny and the Spike Top here. These guys act... Oh, what? I didn't know this guy's hands move. That's adorable. Look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. It's adorable. Same goes for the Spike Top here. Look at this. They're so freaking adorable. And then, you know, it sucks because now you got this whack fish, the Cheep that just moves his hands like this. Or wings? Are these wings or fins? I don't know what that is. But, yeah, that's all it really does. Finally, the best addition out of all of them is, of course, Dry Bones here, which moves his mouth up and down. You can actually move his hands like that, but that's honestly about it. Just his hands and his mouth, but his mouth moving is more than enough. Next up are the main characters. You have Daisy here. She looks super chopped, but what are you gonna do? I'm pretty sure she came with her own umbrella, but I don't have that anymore. For the perverts out there, this one actually does come with an underbottom, and her head moves as well, which is super cool. Her arms, her head, but that's about it. Cat Luigi, not as cute as Cat Toad, but good enough. I mean, he's a middle-aged man with a cat suit, so if you can't stand furries, this one's definitely not for you. Finally, my favorite out of the bunch is Nabbit because of how movable he is. Look, his arms go up and down, his bag spins in his hand. Well, a little bit. And his legs are just free to pose however he wants. This one right here is my favorite out of the bunch that I just showed. Like all that, this is my favorite. Up next is actually the terrain here, which you got the fire bar to start us off with. This one comes in a set, of course. This one also came in a set. I'm not really sure what set it came from, but it's pretty cool because it goes up and down by this little knob in the back. Very McDonald's-esque toys here. You have this question mark block. Pretty cool, and it's actually hollow on the inside, so if you lift this up, boom, there's a power up. How cool is that? It's pretty cool. You're gonna say it's cool. Look at it. Look at that. And the same thing goes for this brick block here. There's nothing underneath, which, you know, you could hide your little things in there. As you can see, I have a leaf here. You just put that in there. Mario hits it and boom. This one's actually hollow, but, you know, it's a nice little hollow block here. Well, it's not. Well, it's hollow, but it's closed off. Here you got the flagpoles. So this one's actually, you know, set, so it actually works. But this one, it didn't come with its own little stick, so I couldn't put it together. And I'm pretty sure these two came in the same set. It's like an underwater set, the coin and the seaweed. Nothing really special about these, except for this one moves like this. You know, it can move like this and like that as well. I guess it's to sort of replicate the water, which is honestly really cool. Finally, let's actually get to the end of the showcase, which is the bigger and bulkier items, such as this airship. Now, this airship has like a lot of components to it. It can move like this through all of its propellers. You actually move the wheels, these back ones move like this, which is super neat. It has a compartment to put your Mario toys in, but the coolest thing out of all of this is that if you press this side of the airship, as you can see there's a speaker there, And then one of them actually has the airship theme, which is really lovely to hear. And of course, you know, it moves, which is super cool. Next up is this final boss castle. It comes with these sticks and this flimsy paperback, but it does not work at all. It just slips right off. Now this itself is honestly really cool. So if you, there's like a little lever back here that if you like lift up, all these from the front go up, as you can see right now. Where are you? Like this. They all go up, you press this button, they all go down. And if you flip this switch right here, it looks like lava. It's really neat. And you know, of course, if you press this, things go down. So if you lift this up and then press this, it's super cool, I know. Next up is this Peach's Castle, which honestly has nothing too cool to it. These doors open, sure, but that's about it. Just these ones in front. This is actually wall decor, which is the reason why it's flat. And it also came with this background, which I think is really nice. And finally, this is it. This is the last of it. I don't know why I didn't save the Bowser stuff for last, but whatever. So this one actually moves like this, up and down. You can move it like that, sure, if you want, but nothing really special. You have this backdrop, and then this one actually extends outwards. But that's about it. This cloud does not do anything besides just stand there stationary. But yeah, that's it.
Honestly, it was nice to go back and reminisce over my old toys, even if I never played with them. I used to have a Princess Peach toy, but that toy sadly ended up with the same fate as Luigi. But that's it. Let me know what you guys thought of the collection. Honestly, I feel like a kid again. Like, you guys are my mom, and I'm just like, Mommy, look at my toy! Take it easy, y'all.